So Sabi, given the rate which boys turn to girls, when do you think, or do you even think it's okay for parents to be intentional about the gender of friends their children are keeping recent time? Let me rephrase. Because of how our men are turning to girls these days, like transgender, cross-dressers, everything gender, everything dresser, you know. Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's okay for parents to start from a little age, like earlier, to be intentional about the kind of friends their babies are keeping? Like, okay, this is my son, he's 3 years or he's 4 years. I will now make sure that he is keeping a female friend and not male friend. Do you think it's right? Because you know, Nigeria, we are very religious, but I heard that in Brazil, that's how they operate. Because you know, they are still hiding it in Nigeria, but in Brazil, they're not hiding it for any reason. So as a parent, if you don't believe in that, all those transgender, cross-dressing, if you don't believe in it, I heard that what they do is they start on time to match make their little ones, to make sure that if it's a boy that they've given birth to make sure that that boy is keeping female friends from tender age. If it's a girl that they've given birth to, they make sure that that girl is keeping boyfriends. Like, you know, they don't allow their kids, if they are intentional. Some of them that are intentional, they don't want this in their family. They don't allow a female to keep a female friend. They don't allow a male to keep. This is the only thing they do now to try and prevent it. Not like if the child is grown, he might not turn, but you do your best as the parents. What do you think about it? It's happening in Nigeria, please.
I think the time is now. Yes, the time is now. This moment, we need to begin to. Yesterday, in fact, this was also part of the conversation I had on my program yesterday, considering the fact that a certain cross-dresser was given an award, right? Yes,
we'll get to that.
So you know, I think the time is now. You need to begin to tell your children,
be intentional.
Tell them, you know, you are a man, because if you don't do them, they're going to go out there and begin to
confuse their brain. And once this thing enters their brain, no going back. It's like
a thing is just everywhere. They find ways to infuse it
in our system.
Yes, your child is innocently watching cartoon, and the next thing, the character in the cartoon is loving a fellow man. They
have infused it in cartoon.
Yes, they are doing it already. You go on social media, you're seeing this thing. So how do we then run away from this thing? It is with us.
From home.
It lives with us. So I think parents should begin to, like, I know it's weird. It's just weird. You know, a man coming to say, I am a man, as if you're second guessing the fact that you're a man. But with the way the country is now, it just be Darlington, Amuo Nwoke, So please, parents, if you're listening or if you're watching us, please, once your child is 3 years. A friend was telling me a story yesterday about her uncle's son. You know, whenever he sees his older sister's slippers or clothes, she wants to put it on. He wants to wear it. You know, before growing up, we don't see it as anything. But now it's a problem. Yes,
people were doing it innocently.
You know, now she said she was flogged like a 3-year-old boy. He said the father flogged him and said, "Don't do that again. Don't wear your sister's clothes anymore. Don't wear your sister. Don't wear your sister's slippers anymore." Because I don't blame him. Because by the time you begin to allow these things, it gets to a point whereby you can't even control it anymore. Yes, but it does not stop at you wanting to, you know, match make your child with the opposite sex. It doesn't stop at that, because I think these children, they have a mind of their own. I think parents have serious work to do when it comes to this factor. I think you should let your child know that this is who you are. This is you.
Proud of it.
Because are you matchmaking your child with another person? Do you know if the other person's family is training them well? You don't know. So it's you as the parent, and while you're doing that, you're also praying to God, because you have to pray to God to give you to give you that strength to also, you know, try to bring up your child in a way that when he or she grows up, they won't forget it, or they won't just litter it like that because of peer pressure. So it doesn't stop at you matchmaking. They get your matchmaking. What if she grows up and says, oh, you know, I'm in love with a fellow woman, what are you going to do? So
I'm a man, even
I'm a man.
Transgender man.
Thank you. So you can't, it goes down to your family virtue, your family tradition. And while you're doing that, I think you're praying to God, because you do everything you're doing.
They will go to
the child go to school.
Nonsense.
The child will go to school.
Yeah,
I went somewhere to register my SIM card, and I saw this. I think they should be in secondary school, either JSS3 or SS1. So we were having a conversation. I had to eavesdrop on what they were saying. She has a phone. Do you know what she does? She was telling her friend that, you know, the friend was telling her, Akmongi, is that all your call? I see, Imaro Nama Nago now. When I get to the house, I used to put up. If you see the phone this girl is using, this strong, fine Android, that's what she's using. You know, she say, Ima, Naroya, didn't want you my phone is Zoe Makamon. So you see, so by the time
you
thank you, the parents are strict, but then she goes out to do what she wants to do. So even if you say, let my child be friends with this person, would they go to university? Would you love them inside?
The house.
They'll leave the house. So while you're doing all those things, you're praying to God and asking God to also lead and direct them. And I also think parents should also lead by example. What conversation do you have when your children
are there?
Yes, are there. What conversation do you have? What do you even watch? What
sessions do you watch?
Yes. What do you do?
What do you press on your phone? Because some parents will be, oh, let me not go and call somebody's name. But some parents will be scrolling and they see a transgender dancing and they are watching it with the kids.
With the kids. So
that's the only mistake I don't make. When my child is around me and then I'm watching
your phone.
I'm watching something. I'll think leave the
yes, just remove it.
I hate to let my son see man behaving like it's their life. Nobody is condemning you, but do it in your own space. That's the thing. I'm not against, I'm not for you. That's not what I want for my family. Do you get? Because it will look like we are saying they shouldn't live their life. Live your life, but can you mind your boundary? Do you get?
Yes.
Some people don't like it. Even in Brazil, where they say it's rampant, some parents in Brazilian, they still don't want it.
So a lot of people, nobody is going to be happy.
It's not everybody that wants it. Because once you talk, they say they are coming for them. We are not coming for you. We are trying to actually say that some people in this world doesn't like that idea. So keep it to yourself. So parents, you don't know why your child is behaving like your boy child is behaving like a girl every time doing like this. It's because you like Instagram, you lost into it, and then they are at your back. One is here watching you, and you are watching a transgender doing like this.
Your child thinks he's
tomorrow when he starts practicing it, is what you actually showed him. You have a point. It's what you showed him. Anyways, moving on. We can only do our best, like you said, and then we pray to God to take control. Thank you for watching.